Now, if you can master this one thing that I'm going to teach you in today's video, I promise you it's going to make your life way better and give you more clarity on it. Now, this is whether you're starting out on YouTube or you're already a creator. I promise you this video is going to help you out a lot. What's going on? My name's Anthony, and today I'm going to be talking to you about something I like to call the analytic effect. Now, what exactly is this? And I'm going to be breaking it down, and hopefully I can break down this video into 3 segments. So I'm going to talk to you exactly what is the analytic effect, my experience with it, and I'm going to give you some practical solutions on how you can actually sort of counter this, and it will really help you deal with this whole analytic effect and what are some things you can do about it. Now, before we jump straight into it, I want to let you know exactly who I am. So my name is Anthony. I do run multiple channels, typically on gaming. So if you recognize me from some gaming videos that I run some channels with over 2 million subscribers, and I make entertainment content, and I've been really burning to make content that will help you all, because my whole goal and purpose of this channel is to inspire future creators, whether you're a creator already creating content and exactly having someone to go to or even answer those questions that maybe aren't really on the internet or answered just yet if you're creating content, and just really those detailed things to really help motivate you, inspire you, and just push you further to your goal. So the analytic effect, as so I call it, again, I don't know if this is a proper name for it, but it's something that is recently has pretty much been introduced to YouTube. Now, back when I started YouTube, there were only 2 metrics that you really looked at, and that was views and likes. And of course, you remember the time where you could actually see dislikes, which has really helped out a lot, being that now that you don't see dislikes, it really does a great job for someone's mental, because seeing dislikes can be very detrimental if you are looking at your video and you see a lot of dislikes. Although this was something that was quite interesting in a way, because you could straight tell if a video was, like, let's say a scam or something like that. If you click on it and the dislikes were way up, you would know, like, okay, something's a little bit off. But being that the dislike is pretty much hidden, it doesn't really seem to affect much, and I think it really helped out a lot. So anyway, those were the 2 metrics that you looked at mainly back a long time ago, but now it's definitely different, of course, now, which there's a good side to this, and there is sort of a challenging, not necessarily bad side to this, but you always have to remember with everything, like whenever there's a cause, there's always an effect. There's always 2 sides to a coin. So as good as something is, it can also be sort of a bad side to it. And with the analytic effect, it is when you go in the back page of analytics, and let's say you created a video and it has done really well. Oh my goodness, does YouTube make you feel incredible? I mean, it's probably one of the best feelings ever. If you do a video, you work hard on it, you upload it, it performs. I mean, YouTube will let you know in regards to not just views and likes. I mean, in the back end, you'll see green arrows going up. You'll see fireworks saying this is a 1 out of 10 video. Now, let's just say your next video, you put in the same amount of effort. You worked really hard on this video. You might even think that it was better than the last video, and you upload it, and what happens? You look at the analytics, you're ready for those fireworks and green arrows, and you look, there's no fireworks, there's no green arrows. It's just gray. I mean, gray arrows pointing either up or down, but they're not showing you an indication that this video performed well. And you may even have a ranking of like 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. If you're a content creator and you know this, you know that this can really play a role on your mental and even your day. Seeing something like this could actually sort of affect your whole day and mood. Now, how has this played a role in my content creation, and what do I think about it? How am I dealing with this? Because I don't know if this is something you can just completely overcome, because it's also an important metric to actually look at, because you're able to gauge how your content is performing, which is very important. Now, early on in my days when I did create content, analytics got introduced, I actually did not look at analytics at all. I thought that, hey, like, I'm not gonna look at analytics. I hear that it can make you stress, so it's best just to not look at it. And I had to change that way of thinking, because if there's ever a challenge or a problem that you may have, let's say on your channel, and it can be quite apparent what it is, but you're sort of afraid to actually look at it, that's like an indication that you should actually look at it. And that was one thing that I've learned, especially in the past couple of years, especially this year as well, is that what is the one thing that I am sort of kind of timid to actually look at and sort of learn, and that was analytics. Now I overcame that. I invested in a mentorship and actually really deep dive and got to understanding exactly what analytics were, because I had to think, if nothing's gonna change unless I change, so I need to actually change my way of thinking around analytics, and I need to really learn this and not be afraid to check the analytics side of things. Now, is my mood a lot better when, of course, I see green arrows, fireworks, and videos are performing well? Yes. Now, does my mood actually change when I see gray arrows going down, views are going down? Of course, yes. Why? Because I care about my content. I care about my videos. I care about the viewers who actually take the time out of the day to watch the videos, and it's a good way to gauge exactly what's going on. Now, will I let that define me? No. And this is the area where it's really important to take inventory on your feelings whenever this happens. When you do see the green arrows and the fireworks, how do you feel? When you do see the gray arrows, the no fireworks, 8 out of 10s, how do you feel? Take note of that and really self-reflect on your mood. If you're having a bad day, just check and see, okay, what has changed? Was it because I checked my analytics and that happened? And really just pay attention to how you feel whenever videos underperform. So what are some things you can do to actually overcome this analytic effect, and that can actually help you out a lot better and just be pretty much happier mentally when you're checking the analytics and you're not so afraid of checking the analytics? So my first tip I would suggest is start learning the analytics. I think once you really get more knowledge on it, you won't be as afraid of it. I mean, people, and most people, maybe including myself as well, you're afraid of the things you actually don't know. And some of the things you don't know or sort of fear are likely the things that you should actually deep dive into and learn. So you're not really afraid of it. And just know that not every video may be a 1 out of 10. Okay, every video you upload, even though you may feel like it is the best, maybe it didn't hit well, maybe it didn't resonate well with the audience or your typical avatar or viewer, and maybe that video sort of underperformed. So remember to also give the video time. Maybe it didn't perform that day 1, but maybe day 7 it pops off and now your video is performing better than the other one. So that's another thing. Give the video time. Just straight don't look at it and like, whoa, this, I've had videos go from an 8 out of 10 to a 1 out of 10, a 10 out of 10 to a 2 out of 10. So it's just giving it time, breathing room, and you never know exactly what's going to be happening. Another important thing I would say is adjust, because you are not just stuck to actually, if you have an underperforming video, maybe it is the thumbnail, maybe it is the title. So what you could do is if your video is underperforming, test things out. Possibly your title was not the best or your thumbnail was not the best. It's not like the old times where you could upload a video and you feel like, okay, that's it. It didn't perform well with the title and thumbnail I have. That's it. No, you can test this out. You can change your thumbnail. I've had videos where I had a different thumbnail and it didn't perform. I changed the thumbnail and the video performed really, really well. It just, the YouTube algorithm picked it up and it resonated more with a viewer. Or a title change, that's something too. So don't feel like you're stuck and you can't do anything if you have an underperforming video. Test, test, test. You'd be surprised what type of changes can happen. And the last thing I would say is be very, very careful not to have your channel or your views really define you as a person, which I'm going to talk about this in another video. But if you can learn to sort of detach from that feeling, I promise you it will make you a lot happier, and not so much attaching your performance or your channel with you as an individual. So what I want you to do is the next time you upload a video and it is performing well, take inventory of your mood, and the next time you see a video that underperforms, take inventory of your mood as well on that, and see how you act during the day. How does it affect you? Are you in a worse mood or a better mood when your videos perform or when your other videos perform? And that's how you can know exactly, okay, and you can kind of pinpoint exactly what's causing your moods to change. Why do you feel this way? And things like that. But I really hope you found this video helpful. And if you did, you're really going to enjoy this video. If you have, any topics you want me to talk about on your own journey that I can also help you out with and share some feedback and advice with you, comment down below. I'll be sure to cover a video on it, but don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.